So we're gonna pretend that this isn't like my 15th time making the video. Okay. Hi friends, I'm Jazzy, and I'm making this video because when most people hear about medical school, they seize up with fear and they curl into a ball and they think it's the worst thing in the world. But that's not true! The internet would have you believe otherwise, but it's not. Medical school is so much fun in its own way. So I am making this video so we can talk about the awesome parts of medical school. There are 10 things about why medical school is awesome. 10, because it's a pretty number, and it's all I had time to come up with because I made this video 15 times before. Okay, 1, the people. And I feel like the people are actually what most of this list is about, but we'll just start with a general. The people in medical school are amazing. They're the most exceptional people. You can walk up to anyone and be like, hey, what's cool about you? And they'll tell you this random story that you're like, are you making this up? Did you read this like on Reddit and you thought it was cool? But no, everybody has this crazy story. Like, I have a friend who runs and juggles at the same time for exercise, because he can. And he started a juggling club when he taught 8th graders. How cool is that? Or I have a friend that plays the harp, and he learned to play the harp because he messaged some YouTubers, and we're like, hey, will anybody teach me to play the harp for free? And somebody said yes, and so then he played the harp in his mariachi band. Y'all, I couldn't make this up. So medical students are awesome, if I do say so myself. So that's my first reason about why medical school is amazing, is you get to be surrounded by these crazy, intelligent, unique, wonderful individuals, and who wouldn't love that? Okay, the second reason why medical school is great, I'm counting so I don't forget anything. If I forget something, you'll have to let me know. Okay, so the second reason is because you finally get to be involved in medicine. You know when you're a pre-med and you're like, please, will anyone let me volunteer for free? Anyone, please. Yeah, that goes away. In medical school, you're like, hey, what's up, Dr. Dude? Can I shout at you? And they're like, yeah, that's cool. I love my job. I want you to love my job, so come shout at me. Or you have medical trips that your school might help out with, and you get to go volunteer with those. So it's really cool to actually get to be involved in medicine and not have to like go through all these roundabout ways to get there. Because after all, that's what we wanted the whole time, right? So you made it to medical school, you finally get to be involved, it's awesome. 3, I don't know about other medical schools, but we only take like 1 or 2 classes at a time. That's it. Right now, I'm taking renal. That's all I'm taking, just renal. Not saying it's easy, it's pretty tough, but I have a friend in pharmacy school, and she's in like 8 classes right now. Biochem, I actually don't even know what else she's taking. Physical chemistry, yeah, that sounds really difficult to keep up with everything. And in case you haven't gathered from this video so far, I'm very like that all the time. So I like having 1 class, 1 notebook, I study from a 1 class. 4, prepare yourself for a rant. Okay, if you're a woman or you're a minority, you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you're a pre-med and you're like, yeah, I want to go into medicine, and you get the, oh honey, I'm sure you do, with a giant eye roll. That goes away. You're in medical school now. You're meant to be here. You don't have to validate yourself to anyone else anymore. Although really you shouldn't have to validate yourself to anyone anyway. But my point is, the belief that you can't do it goes away because you already did it. You already made it to medical school. So if you're a woman or you're a minority and you're tired of that giant eye roll that you get, just know it gets better, because eventually you get here and you're like, yeah, I am in medical school. It's pretty great. Okay, I took a big sip of water, so hopefully my voice will get a little deeper, because it gets really high when I get excited. And I'm very excited about this video. So, 5, you don't have the stress of getting in medical school anymore. It's really stressful to know that the hurdle between you and your entire career that you love is like this application process. So once you're in medical school, you've got over the difficult barrier and you're here and you don't have to worry about it anymore. And I don't know if y'all are currently worried about that. If you're a pre-med right now and you are studying for your MCAT and you're like, girl, I'm not worried about that. I get it. But just know, once you get in, it feels so much better. I make another point because I end up babbling nonsensely. Nonsensely? Is that a word? Does anybody know if that's a word? Okay, see my point? We're focused. We're on 6. Okay, 6 is how healthy people are here. I like running, and I genuinely like running, but I tell most people I like running, and they're like, like that. Ooh, that was an attractive face. I'm gonna cut that out. But you tell medical students that you like running, and they're like, yeah, I love running too. That's so great. Like, I just finished my first full marathon, and you're like, I don't like running that much. But my point is, there's just a healthy mentality around medical students and just healthcare being health related, and I think that's really positive. 7, you have study buddies. Do you know how you always were studying by yourself because everyone was out partying? Actually, I hope that isn't true. I hope you had other pre-med friends. But it's nice to be in medical school and everyone's studying the same amount, which is a lot, but at least you're in it together. And that's a really positive, I already said positive, but it is. It's a really positive environment to be in. 8. This is a little more serious. This past spring break, I got to go visit my grandparents, and they had a lot of medical questions about like the lingo and how the system works and that sort of thing, and it was such a blessing to be able to help them. And I feel like between learning anatomy and biochem and all that sort of thing, I kind of forgot how wonderful it is to have the opportunity to learn everything that we do. So to be able to help family and friends like that and just have your career be something where you get to help people every day, I mean, how wonderful is that? So that's more of why medicine in general is great, but already I get to appreciate it while I'm in medical school. So 9, oh, I know what that says. It says how to get out of every event that you don't want to go to. So I'll preface this by saying, I have not necessarily done this if you're my family and you're watching this, but it's possible that because med school has a bad rep and people think we study all the time, if somebody were to invite me to something that I didn't want to go to, I have a get out of jail free card. I'm like, ooh, sorry, I'm a medical student. I have to study all the time. I can't come to great grandpa Joe's birthday party next weekend. So that's a pretty nice benefit. And my last point, 10, is how many various class opportunities that are related to things that are interesting to me. I don't know that really made sense, but I'll explain. So this past semester, I got to take a culinary nutrition elective, so I got to learn how to teach people how to eat healthy. How random is that? And just perfect. It's exactly what I would want from a medical school, and they offered this class. Or I took a class about like politics in America, relating to healthcare, and I learned that nobody has any clue at all what's going on. So that was terrifying, but it made me want to get more involved, and it was really cool that I got to take a class like that. So that's my list of 10. Hope you liked it. I hope if you're an incoming medical student or you're someone that's thinking about medical school, this has been encouraging to you. It's a wonderful path, and I'm sorry that there's so much negative energy surrounding it, but I hope you found this encouraging. I hope it makes you excited. And if you're a current medical student, go ahead and tell me what you love about medical school, because I want to hear, and maybe I'm excited about it too. And maybe if more than 2 people that have already promised to watch this video, I'll make another one. So, okay, that's all for now. I love you guys. I hope you have a great day.